Hello there, this is Vincenzo Lombardo, and this is a quick demonstration of my industrial data communication project at Humber Polytechnic. What I've developed here is a basic home automation controller where you can control the status of some relays to control real-world loads, and here, for example, I have a lamp, but multiple devices can be connected. We've also got a PWM speed controller for controlling fans. There's also an 8x8 LED matrix there. A lot of people have LED strips at home, whether it's inside their house for ambient lighting or outdoors. So we got one of those on board as well. And internal in the case, there is a DHT22 temperature and humidity sensor. So the case was just made out of some materials lying around, some 4x4, some 1x4 wood, and some scrap acrylic. So we have a small little 3D printed light diffuser there. There are some small outlets and status indicator lights in there. All the electronics are mounted with standoffs onto the back cover plate. And on this side here, we've got a 120 volt to 12 volt DIN rail power supply, and just a small mounting rail for those connections. Now I'll do a quick demo of the system for you. So we can basically switch over to this display here, and now you can see we have made a small HMI basically using VisualBasic. So you can see by default there's no COM ports connected. If I connect in my USB, the RS485 to USB adapter up there establishes, and now if I re-update my comms, you can see the comm is now here. So when I click on it, these three menus will now be enabled. So one of them, like I said, is the weather and indoor status. So this screen here allows you to see the current outdoor weather using Open Weather Maps API. So by default we have it set to Etobicoke, Ontario, where Humber Polytechnic is located, but we can change it and we can put, for example, Vaughan, Ontario, hit update, it'll pull the current weather data. We can even choose something like Paris in France. You can see it's clear skies there with the moon. Down here you can see the current indoor temperature and humidity in my room. You can click update, it will update accordingly, and this is this slider here controls the fan up top, so I can drag it around and you can see and hear the fan spinning up there. I can set it to a higher speed. So now it's at full speed, and you can bring it down and turn it off. So now one of the other features I mentioned is controlling loads. So if we open up the load control page, you can see here it queried the status from the Arduino in there, what the current states of the relays are, and all of them are currently off. So now we can click on one of them and it will toggle the status. You can see the status indicator lights are turning on and off, and one of the loads I have actually connected to a lamp, so you can see it's turning on and off, and everything is retentive. So if I leave a menu and I come back into a menu, it queries the status again and it updates everything accordingly. So like I said, you can have this connected to lights or different appliances in your home. And the last feature is the LED control. So the exposure won't be great, but we have a few menus here. One of them is a preset animation. Animation 1 is basically an RGB color sweep. So I don't think the camera will really auto exposure great. There you go, you can see it a little bit. So it's just a basic color sweep animation. One of the other ones, animation 2, if I select that one, It is a random color strobe light. One of the other things here is we have the brightness. We can set it to something like 255 for max, and we can change the selected color. Let's pick something like this orange. We can click OK and hit set color. So you can see it is now set that color. We can go again and change. You can pick something like a green, hit OK. It'll apply it. Like I said, we can drop down the brightness. We can go to like something very minimal, like 5. Hit set. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can also do your own custom colors. You can drag the slider around and do something like a darker blue. Apply. Again, you can bump up the brightness if you want, and that's pretty much it. So that's a quick little overview of this project here, and I hope you enjoyed.